Hello and welcome into our Thanksgiving Eve pre-Turkey Day edition of Between the Hedges. Thank y'all for
Woo-hoo.
tuning in, whether it's now or in the future. What's
Where you
going
at,
on tonight,
baby?
boys?
Hello.
Hey, all I gotta say is this weekend, starting tomorrow, or actually no, Friday, is Upset City.
Upset City,
Upset City.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying it. I'm saying it right now. It's gonna be Upset Central here Friday, Saturday.
So you picking Georgia Tech
So
over Georgia? Dang.
that's the only
Dang,
one that's
Daddy Ice.
not gonna be an upset. That's the
Okay.
only one that's not gonna be upset, and that's just gonna be a straight blowout.
Okay.
Well, you're saying Georgia Tech's going to blow Georgia out? Is that what you're saying?
Dang.
Georgia Tech is going to blow
Go
Georgia.
Dogs. Go
I think
Dogs.
so. I think you're right, Daddy Ice. I think you're right.
Nah. Nobody believes that. Nobody outside of that, nerd institution really believes that. Nobody.
It will never happen. Even though it took 8 overtimes to beat them last year, but that was just
8 over.
they had their chances. They had their chances.
That was their shot of the century.
Mm-hmm. And they blew it. So they don't have the same team. We have a better team. And it's a neutral site, which is dumb on their part because they signed a stupid contract with Mercedes-Benz Stadium and chose this game to be a neutral site instead of at their place. So their loss.
Giving up their home field. What's up with that?
Giving up home field. It's retarded. And it's going to be 80% Georgia, 20% Georgia Tech.
It's the state of college football. You do anything for $1.
It's all about.
Well, they got to pay
money.
the coach and everybody else, when they fire them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they got to generate revenue somehow.
Speaking of that, I think
they got bills to pay.
Yeah. LSU announced today, they've him-hauled, they're going back and forth. They announced that they're actually going to give Brian Kelly the money that he's owed, finally.
As they should. You don't sign that type of contract if you're not willing to pay, period.
Yep.
Why throw around big numbers like that if you can't pay it?
I totally agree. Here's the thing: they fired a guy with a winning record. It's not like he had a losing record and this and that. Now he had a rough year. We were talking about that earlier before air, but Nussmeier was he was hurt. He was hurt a lot more than we were led to believe. So as we saw last week with the backup, and of course I believe they really thought they had Bryce Underwood until Michigan came through and paid him $15 million to go play up there. So, well, he was committed to LSU. Bryce was for 2 years. He was recruiting people to come to LSU. Then he's gone. So I think
it shows you where the loyalties lie. It's with the money.
And that's just where money talks. And who's a celebrity for Michigan?
Man, you offer me $15 million, I'll move to Alaska. I don't. You give it to me, okay?
No, I will not move to Alaska for $15 million. You crazy?
I think you're not being truthful there, Daddy Ice.
I need about 3 digits M's for that.
A hundo?
Give me a hundo.
15 million. I'm gone.
Mm-mm.
I'll live on a boat for 3 years. Love the shirt. You're welcome. Thank you, Savannah.
We all love the shirt. Let's go, Brandon.
No.
This shows a Let's Go Brandon supporters.
Hey, that's for Brandon High School down the road. Brandon does a high school down, so that's what that's for. They're playing in the playoffs this weekend, so.
Well, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, go Brandon High. Woohoo!
Oh, and other LSU news before we get to our picks. It looks like y'all are going to get Lane. What do you think about that?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm not I'm not on the Lane train. I think honestly he should stay.
I agree.
I think he'll do well, but it's just too much hype. I don't like all the hype. I don't like what people are doing. They're blaming it on Lane. In my opinion, it's not Lane. It's the media that's doing everything that's hyping this thing up. John Summerall, I think, would be a good one. And there's a couple of ones out there I think would be good. But, hey, if they get him, hopefully he's the guy. It's crazy. They just fired a guy with a $100 million contract, and now they're going to, they're offering $90 million on the table for Lane. And his buyout will be depending on his winning percentage or his wins and things like that. So it might be another big payout down the road for somebody else. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, do you want to try to get Lane with his history, knowing that he will leave you for a better job? So say, like right now, in my opinion, either you stay at Ole Miss, you get a statue built of yourself because you can be the best ever there, or you go to the NFL again, because he's talked about doing that again. So say the Dallas Cowboys come knocking or somebody like that, and he's a year in or 2 years in at LSU, is the same thing just going to happen again? Like, I
don't know. At the end of the day, I think coaches are like that now. Again, they're chasing the money as well, in my opinion. Of course, Lane says he's not, but
he's chasing the money.
I mean, I don't think he's going to be getting paid that much more per year if it's going to be the same or a little bit less than what Ole Miss has offered him. I believe it's
pretty much the same.
About $1 million less, or a little bit about the same. So I think it's 12.8. I think per year is what it's coming out to be, something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I was just doing my rough math. So
yeah,
we'll see.
It doesn't feel like the money. It feels like the status of the job. Like that's one of the jobs, and if that's the reason, then okay. Yeah. But then like one of the jobs in America would be like the Dallas Cowboys. So like,
I can't stand the Cowgirls.
Me neither, but apparently, like, there's a lot of people out there that would love that job. So I don't know.
I can't stand that the Aints.
The Falcons either.
Or the Falcons. I don't. I'm a nobody on the NFL squad, and there's nobody out there that I can support. I'm college all the way.
To go back, I think I don't know. My thing is this: I think get the guy some time, get him in there. I don't think you can win 10 wins every year. I mean, every coach nowadays is graded on 10-win seasons. I don't understand. In the SEC, the gauntlet of what this league is about, to win 10 games each and every year, I just don't see it always happening. There's nothing wrong with 8 wins, on a down year. So that's just my opinion.
If 8 wins is the floor, it's got to be the floor, though. Like that's the
I agree. Yeah. Anything below that, but hey, Nick Saban had 7 wins one year. I know he had an 8-win season. He had a 7-win season. I think he had a 5-win season at Alabama. So I can look that up and get facts on that. But I believe, I know his first year at LSU, he lost to Virginia Tech. I was at that game in Blacksburg watching that game.
Wow. There's a pool.
It's just shocking to me that Lane Kiffin would consider LSU. Not saying LSU is a bad program, but like he's doing so well at Ole Miss. He hasn't reached a championship or anything like that, but this is his best year so far. So why would you want to leave that?
If he wins,
I think
the Egg Bowl, it'll be his second 11-win season at Ole Miss. That's never happened, and he's closely becoming the winningest coach at Ole Miss already in 6 years. Go ahead, Papa.
I think the reason why he's considering leaving, I think he should stay too, but I think the reason why he's considering is because, like you said, the status of the job, if he could go to Florida or if he can go to LSU, it is a notch up from Ole Miss. It just is. And it's, to me, would be on his plate as far as recruiting and stuff like that. It's easier for him to build a team at those places than it is at Ole Miss. He's almost 100% portal right now, the way he gets his players at Ole Miss. At both LSU and Florida, you've got a homegrown base of athletes that you can, just draw to that program when you get it turned around and get it going. I mean, when LSU is cooking, you don't go into LSU and get any of their athletes. I mean, all those dudes down there, they just want to go play at LSU. And, same thing with Florida. Florida is one of the best states in the nation as far as producing football talent. So if you get the right coach in there, they can hum along too. We've all seen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, here's a stat that don't quote me on this, but I believe it's right there. It's close enough. But between, I think, LSU and Ole Miss the last 2 years, they've been at the top 1 and 2 or 1 and 5. Ole Miss is probably leading them a little bit, but not by any much. But, LSU has been pulling a lot of people out of the portal as well. I believe they spent $20 million this year for an
Their
NIL
roster.
deal. Yeah, for their roster. $20 million.
That's
What I'm
about-
saying is at Ole Miss, you're almost dependent on that these days because you don't have Mississippi just doesn't turn out the football talent like a Louisiana or a Florida or even Georgia for that matter. So,
that's probably more what it is, I think, to me.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's
I think
attractive because you can build a team a little bit easier than having to worry about every year to year replacing a whole roster through the portal.
Here recently, as far as talent, I know Demario Davis came out of here. He went to Brandon High School down the road, which is
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
He plays for the Saints, of course, and
The Aints?
Who's that?
The Aints.
Who's that?
Anyways,
Never
but
heard of her.
Hey,
Never
Jerry
heard of
Rice,
her.
Brett Favre, Brett Favre. There's probably some other ones, some running backs. And was Walter Payton? Where did he come out of? Was that Mississippi? I mean,
I think so.
I don't know. What's that? There's talent out here. I think they leave though. What's that?
I think Walter Payton came out of Mississippi. I could be wrong though.
Jerry Rice did. Brett Favre.
Favre. Man. Well,
like I said, I just wanted to kind of go over that a little bit because we've had a lot of big news. We've got another decision happening for Lane, Saturday after the Egg Bowl on Friday. So everybody just is on their edge of their seats, I guess.
I just don't understand the wait until Saturday to make that decision.
Yeah, that's why everybody's like,
or
he's gone,
or announce it.
What would be the purpose of like making a decision and announcing it, making it this big of a deal? If you're just staying, otherwise it's the all-time like biggest like strong arm situation to Ole Miss to get more out of Ole Miss. I don't know.
Well, I'm not so much more he's going to get. He's already got $13.5 million on the table per year. I mean, so
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got to take that.
He could get 14.
I don't think he will. I don't think he's going to offer him that. I think this Brian Kelly thing has really got a lot of schools really nervous with these buyouts and stuff. At the end of the day, I don't like it. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, these players and coaches. I mean, you got, and I'm gonna go back to Bryce Underwood, which is committed to LSU for 2 years, and at the last minute, he gets pulled and goes to Michigan for $15 million. I mean, this kid's never played anything about high school. He hasn't even played in the college ranks, and now from this money, here we are offering again Lane Kiffin. We offered, I say LSU is offering Lane Kiffin, and LSU offered Brian Kelly $100 million, offered Lane Kiffin $90 million. And these guys haven't won a championship. It just doesn't make sense to me. To me, you got to prove it before you get it, and they haven't proved it. So that's why I'm kind of on the fence with all this, because the money they're wanting to pay him and things like that. So you pay the guy when he wins a championship, period.
Yeah.
I agree.
Did you see Savannah's other comment?
I like the Dallas Cowboy cheer.
A lot of people do.
Yeah,
That's
they're quite
pretty
popular.
That's one of the best things about the Cowboys. But
It's the cheerleaders.
that's
But
not saying a
regardless
lot.
of what Lane Kiffin does, Kirby Smart's going to get more because that's in his contract.
Oh, of course.
Once
I
he
think
resigns.
Kirby's he's just licking his chops. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
loving
he's
life.
like,
Who's gonna
13, give him
get the most
15.
money out? Who's gonna get the most money? Because I'm gonna get more than you.
I was talking with a buddy about this, Daddy Ice, just the other day, because I said he might be the highest paid coach, but it is not going to be very long because Georgia's going to have to come in and pay him extra. It's going to happen, So it's just Lane. I mean, if Lane does get that moniker, it'll be for a week or two at best. And Kirby's going to get it. He's going to get his money.
Right.
If not after the season, possibly, but it might be during the season. I just don't see Georgia letting that thing drag out at all, in my opinion. So.
No. As soon as I see that, like, you're gonna get this much. All right, let's go.
That athletic director over there for Georgia is top notch. Of course, he's from Louisiana. That's the only reason why. So he's smart enough to pay him all that money. So.
Yeah, he's going back up the Brinks truck. That's for sure. Whatever Kirby wants, you have it. Here you go. Take it.
Yeah, he's the next Saban right now. The way he's looking, he's the next Saban. Of course, he's Georgia is the Vegas team right now, so everything's happening. It's going Georgia's way because of Vegas. It's my opinion.
Stop it.
Who is Vegas's darling right now? And it's Georgia. It was Alabama. Now it's Georgia.
It's freaking Indiana. What do you mean?
Indiana and Ohio State. Right
and
now.
Ohio State.
It's like a damn Alabama fan. Here we go.
Sorry, we'll get to prove it on the field in a few weeks. So let's get to our picks for this week, though.
Let's do it.
Rivalry week, baby.
This is the best weekend of college football.
Hey, and I do want to say
100%.
this. I made a mistake last week. For some reason, in my mind, I thought I picked Pitt over Georgia Tech, and for some reason I got GT. I just looked at my notes, so I apologize. I meant to say Pitt, but it was Georgia Tech, but I was wrong. But because when I was watching the game, I'm like, yeah, Pitt's winning. And I'm thinking I won that one, but nope, I didn't. So.
we were wondering the same thing. We were just wondering if you thought, oh man, if it goes that way, I'm gonna pick Pitt as my upset, and then if it doesn't, I'm right.
Wait a second, didn't
way.
I pick Pitt as my upset? I thought I picked something as my upset.
Yeah, that's what was weird. We couldn't ask you because you were on the road.
Yeah,
you picked them as your upset pick, but
so I don't know. I picked them as my upset pick, but I didn't. I don't understand what I messed that up. So that's my fault. I'll take the hit on it. So, anyways, let's go.
Here we go. 7 games this week, fellas.
I am from South Louisiana, so I got to take my shoes off to count sometimes. So I apologize, fellas.
It's all right.
So we start off this week.
I gotta do the same thing.
All right, let's do this.
Georgia favored by 13.5. Playing in Atlanta, although it's not a home game as we discussed earlier. It's at Mercedes-Benz. Georgia Tech is the home team. But
hey, Papa D, going with the spread on Georgia Tech.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this, Dad? Why are you doing this?
I just think it's going to be closer than 13.
Are you serious?
I think it's going to be something like 38-28, something like that.
After what Pitt did to them, do you think it's going to be a close game?
That was only a 14-point game there.
That they had some boo-boo touchdown at the end of the game. Come on now. That game was a blowout.
I almost picked Georgia Tech, but then I watched that game again, kind of watched some highlights from last week. I'm like, man.
I mean, I admit, Georgia Tech doesn't have a stinking defense. They can't stop anybody for anything.
Right.
Does Georgia have a defense?
Oh
Yeah. Yeah, our defense is playing pretty decent, but
It's gotten
last
better.
couple of years, for whatever reason, Tech has played us tough, really tough. I mean, shoot, it took 8 overtimes last year to beat them.
This is a short week for them, though.
But you're pulling last year's game and applying it to this game. Last year's game
I'm
was
just saying their coaches are the same. Their players are pretty much their important players are pretty much the same, especially on offense. So
but
if it's a
defensively they were better
shootout,
last
if it's
year.
a shootout, I still think they can score enough to keep it closer than 14 points. That's all I'm saying. I think Georgia's going to win. Like I said, I think it's going to be like a 38-28 type of game. But if Georgia does that, they don't cover.
Nah.
I think Georgia puts 50 on them Friday.
Well, if I'm not mistaken,
Time will tell.
just about almost all the games this year, Georgia has started slow. They just cannot get in the groove early.
Except for the
It
last
seems like-
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks they've done it.
And come third quarter, they put a can of what on them? Pop Daddy Ice.
Whoop ass.
That's what they do. So I think they'll start slow. I think, again, Vegas will be involved, and they probably got quarter numbers and things like that they want to go by, and that's what's going to happen, and Georgia will win it.
Yep, I agree. Georgia will win it 100%.
I'm just shocked. I'm shocked.
You think it's going to be a close?
I think it's going to be
goodness.
closer than 14. That's a big spread.
That's insane.
So
After what Pitt did to them, Pitt manhandled Georgia Tech, them nerds.
Pitt came in and
At
just dominated
home.
that game from start to finish.
I think
Wow.
I think
Jumped
this
out.
game I think it ends up being 50-20. I don't think Tech's had a soft schedule this year. They've struggled with okay teams. They just got doors blown at home by Pitt. They got manhandled. That's what we will love to do, is just get in a phone booth and just, beat you up. And they're not going to be able to stop us. We're gonna be able to name our number on Friday. How many ever points we
I
want
think
to
y'all
score.
are underestimating the rivalry part of this.
That's a
No,
good
I'm
point.
not. That was
Good
last
point.
year.
When you get into state rivalry games, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Michigan,
Those are going to be close.
Alabama, Auburn. I mean, a lot of
Good point.
times you can throw records out. Those guys, they just find an extra gear in that game. I mean, shoot, Haynes King had like 500 yards against us last year.
What?
He had like 400 passing and over 100 rushing against us last year.
Again, with a very flawed Georgia team last year.
So
Was
I just think it's going to be a closer game than the 13.5.
Well, we'll
that's my opinion.
see. What's your final score, Daddy Ice?
No. 48-17.
gosh almighty, I'm about to choke on my drink over here. Jeez.
See, I said 50-20. I really do. I think we put a 50 burger on
It's not going to be close at all. Their defense can't stop a nosebleed. All they got is Haynes King on the offense. We have a better defense, our better front seven on defense than their offensive line combined. So, I mean, and also we've been playing better and quicker the past 2 weeks, actually 3 weeks, really. It was a start. We were starting to get that way 3 weeks ago, and then we truly got started 2 weeks ago. But not, with it being a short week for Georgia Tech, after losing the way that they did at home,
See,
Their-
that's
their
that's kind of
hopes-
my point. They don't really have
their hopes
anything
and
else to
dreams are
pay for.
gone.
They don't really have anything else to play for other than destroying, hurting Georgia's season.
And
But it
sometimes that's
won't.
all it takes.
Yep.
But it won't. Either way, we're in the playoff.
Believe me, if they end up winning this game tomorrow,
It's the bragging
you will
rights.
not hear the end of it for a freaking year that they beat us. No matter what we go on to do, even if we go on and win the national championship this
Yeah.
season after losing to them, because we
we'll
still
have
make
this-
the playoff,
We'll have this
still
trophy
have
right
that
here.
badge.
They won the natty,
They'll still.
but they lost
We
to Georgia
beat them,
Tech.
but they couldn't beat us. That's what they'll say. They won it all, but they couldn't beat us.
Hey, imagine
Ask-
recruiters going on the road. Guys,
Ask Michigan
don't
about
you want to
that.
play in Atlanta and beat Georgia?
I guarantee you, those Michigan
That's a
fans,
recruiting, man. It's
they
a
have
recruiting
that
moment.
badge of honor that
Oh,
they've beaten
man.
Ohio State 4 straight, and especially
Heck
last year after they went on and win the national championship. They
If
didn't
I was
beat
a
us.
recruiter, I'd use it as an asset to yeah, man. That's a tool, man.
You do what you got to do. Find inspiration wherever you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'd rather have a national championship trophy than a rivalry win.
Of course, but when you're Georgia Tech, that is your national championship.
We'll see. The
Right.
2 yard.
Yeah, that is.
But so anyway, we ready to move on to the next game?
Oh, I am, because I'm tired of talking about this damn thing. Gee.
Well, one of the important games as far as from a Georgia perspective tomorrow, Saturday, Texas A&M undefeated, going on the road and favored at Texas by 2.5 points. As we can see on the draft there, all of us are thinking Texas. I'm just curious, are you thinking Texas is going to win outright, or are you just thinking it's going to be a 1-point game or something and you want those 2.5 points?
Win outright.
I agree with Daddy Ice. I say outright. I mentioned this.
Well, if they do, then the chances are that Georgia makes the SEC championship. If Texas does end up winning that game, it's almost certain that Georgia will be in the SEC championship then.
I would agree.
Yep.
I mean, that's what Vegas wants anyway. So
that's all that matters, baby.
I think Texas will win it outright. So it's a rival game. A&M, they're undefeated. They're going into Texas. Come on, hook 'em horns, baby. Arch Manning.
Let me ask you a question,
baby. New Orleans Scarlet.
I want to ask you each a question about this. Which quarterback would you rather have on your team out of those two?
Arch Manning.
Arch. He's got a bigger
Marcel is too back and forth for me. I know Arch Manning has been the same way, but this whole year, Sarkisian hasn't really used him like he should have.
No.
And now that he is using him the way that he's supposed to, you're seeing results, unless you play Georgia. But
Texas offensive line sucks. Their defense isn't that good. And if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this.
But yet you picked them in this game against undefeated Texas A&M.
Yes, because they're playing at Texas, and I'm a homer. I mean, Arch Manning, New Orleans boy. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, you're right.
I would rather have Arch as well. I can't unsee the South Carolina game from Marcel Reed. He just vomited all over the field. I just can't unsee that. So
he brought him back though from 27 points down.
No, he didn't. They ran the ball.
Depends on which half you watch.
Their throats in the second half. That's how they came back. It wasn't him slinging the ball everywhere.
Yeah, he brought them back.
I don't know. I don't think Marcel Reed's that great.
Okay.
He's not that guy.
That's why I'm taking Texas. They're at home. Unlike Georgia, Texas A&M is a good matchup for Texas. Texas A&M's got all the hype. They're the pretty darling team of the season, and I think that ends on Friday. This game's on
But,
Friday
buddy,
as well.
I just feel bad for Texas A&M if they don't win this game. My gosh, their
I
fans
don't.
are gonna
Sucks to suck.
start. You know, they just are gonna be sideswiped. I realize it. Oh crap!
Oh, you got to.
We lost, and now we don't get to go play in the SEC championship
Yeah.
All you got to
because they
do is
lose
play a
all they
tougher
lose all the
schedule.
tiebreakers.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
I do want to
That's
say
what
this.
happens.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying that's what happens. I mean, they don't make their schedule, but their athletic department did, and you don't know the result of the season. You don't know how these teams are going to be, but if you play the bottom half of the league,
Well, I
and you
mean,
lose one game,
you don't know how teams are going to be from year to year, especially
No.
not these days.
But
I
that's
mean,
just part of it. That's why you got
at
to
the
take care
beginning of the
this.
season, when you looked at their schedule, it looked pretty dang tough. Of course, it's an SEC schedule, and you were basing it off of what you thought those teams were going to be. But teams like South Carolina didn't live up to hype this year. Teams like they played LSU. LSU did not live up to hype this year. They were LSU. What were they ranked at the beginning of the season? Tiger Mike, was it 3 or 4?
I think fifth. One thing when they started out. Was
Okay, maybe it was 5.
Yeah, fifth.
They were a top 5 team at the beginning of the season. And when you
Same
looked at
with
that
Penn State.
schedule, you've Texas A&M, and they had LSU, and they had South Carolina, who kicked butt.
Started out with Clemson. Clemson was number 2.
So, it's just
No, they
the
were
way the
ninth.
season-
I'm sorry, they were number 9th in the country and then they beat Clemson and they went all the way up to 4th or 5th. So I apologize.
right. So, but I mean, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, basically, as the season goes.
All right, so here's some stats. This is real data here. Arch Manning, 2,763 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Not a bad season. Okay. All right. A&M quarterback. 2,752 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I mean, they're 10 yards away from each other. They're 2 touchdowns.
They're practically the same.
They're 1
player.
interception away from each other. They're identical. You might as well put plug and play. You can put 1 on 1. They're identical.
Yeah.
However, I think Arch Manning is playing on a worse team. That's not sound right. Arch Manning's team is not as good as what the other quarterback has, in my opinion. And he's playing how he's playing. So that to me goes to the player.
I agree with that.
Not the scheme. And does that make sense?
Yep. I agree with that.
So I think Texas A&M's feasted a lot on lesser opponents, and I think the Bat Lady sings on Friday, so to speak, for them.
Well, believe me, I hope you're right. That's a good thing. That means good things for Georgia.
Yep.
All right, so then we go to.
And who doesn't want to go to Texas A&M, home of the 12th man, and just go watch a game over there? That would be so cool. I think. I hear
That's on my bucket list.
Mine too. I like to go to that stadium. Anyway,
Georgia will be going there.
What's that?
Georgia will be going there in a couple of years, I think. So, yeah, we might have to make the trip.
Imagine going there during the Johnny Manziel days.
Matthew, you got some love.
What's that?
That's Casey.
Come on in. I'm sorry, guys.
Let's go to the Lane Kiffin Bowl.
I had an intruder just come through the door. So
the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss on the road, favored by 7.5. All these road favorites this week, but Ole Miss favored by 7.5, going to Mississippi State.
All right, Ole Miss.
All of us are on Ole Miss this week.
The Rebels.
Live. All right, listen, I've got a neighbor here that just popped in my door. He's an Ole Miss fan for some reason.
Big time alum. Ask me anything you want, guys.
Is Lane Kiffin staying?
Okay,
Is Lane
right
staying?
now. I mean, I'm not just some run of the mill guy. I'm pretty connected, but Lane's an odd. He's an odd cat, and even my guys that know him pretty well just say, "Man, he's a tough guy to talk to." But anyway, right now I give 65 LSU, 35 Ole Miss, and it makes sense to you guys that hey, if you want to rally the troops, come out before the Egg Bowl and just say, let's go kick their ass, but anyway, it's just odd. And I know we went through this in 2022, 7-0, and Auburn came calling, knocking on the door. He sabotaged our season and we lost.
I heard about it. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So
the
anyway,
Auburn sabotage. He won 8 games that year, if I'm not mistaken.
He may have won one more or something, but we started out 7-0. But anyway, so here he is 3 years later. The same thing is going on. What are you doing, Lane Kiffin? He's lost. He pissed some people off when he did that in 2022, and now he's pissed a lot more people off. But anyway, but bottom line, what do you do if you're Ole Miss? Because the guy can coach. The guy wins games. Okay.
He won 8 games that year. 8 and 5.
All right. Well, he was 7.
But he was 7-0 when that came down.
Yeah. Arkansas beat the brakes off of us, and anyway, and then we lost the Egg Bowl too. But so yeah, I'm not sure if he knows what he's going to do. I mean, I think Florida is now maybe out of the equation. I just think it's,
if I had a choice between Florida and Ole Miss, I stay at Ole Miss, in my opinion.
Right. Mm-hmm. And again, I mean, listen, I wear red and blue goggles, but I get it. I know that, the top 20 to 22 players in LSU, they're going to, 18 of them want to go to LSU. And that's, and it's just not that way here. But anyway, he could win there. Yes, is there some questions about the financials? I mean, hey, you guys may say, "No, you're wrong there." But there are some some things. But they have money, and we know that. But still, you're paying.
They just
two
paid
coaches.
They just paid $100 million.
I know
Brian
that's
Kelly.
just not something.
Now they're going to pay $90 million. Let's just put that in perspective. That's $200 million.
Almost $200 million between 2 coaches. That's insane.
Yeah, okay. So anyway,
4 years for Brian Kelly.
I'll stop.
They're going to do
to you guys
7 years. So it's $200 million in a little over 10 years. Is that correct? Is my math right on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
By the way, gentlemen, okay. This is Derek Dale, Double D. I call him. He's a neighbor down the road. My son and his son play together a lot, and Derek. This is my cousin. Papa D is my cousin, and then the dog father and Daddy Ice are his 2 boys. So
awesome.
This is their podcast, Between the Hedges. You knew what that means, right?
Awesome. Well, yeah, that would be Georgia.
Yeah.
Yep. I clipped a little piece of that.
Thanks for coming on.
1999, I think the last time Ole Miss went there when Walker Jones.
You were there?
Take him out back.
Was that was Bobo. No, I'm sorry. The coach was Donnan. Donnan was the coach. No, wait, who was after Donnan or before?
Rick.
No, it was.
It was Donnan. I think it was Jim Donnan.
All right, but there was one other guy stuck in there somewhere, but
Ray Goff was before Donnan.
Yes.
Double D, pull up a chair.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Pull up a chair. Get in here. Look, hey, we're gonna tag team this thing together. Is that all right, guys?
I am. I feel like I am a pretty much you guys have probably been doing this for a long time. I've never done this podcast stuff, but I feel like I am pretty much kind of being 52 years old and a freak SEC fan. I feel like I'm a pretty good historian of especially Ole Miss, but SEC football in general.
Well, you walked up at the right time because we're talking about the
we're talking about
right now.
We were just going over our Ole Miss, Mississippi State picks.
As you can see, we all picked Ole Miss.
We all picked
Yeah,
Ole
do you-
Miss, as you see.
I just don't think the Bulldogs are going to have enough to slow down Lane Train.
Well,
And they're a good team
All right.
this year.
Their last
They've
two
lost a
games,
lot of
their
lo-
last two games, been poor. Missouri and maybe Georgia and Missouri spanked them good. Before that, they basically had one possession games, and they just don't know how to win. So depends on which state game, but they always come to play Ole Miss. They always have a few more Mississippi players than we do. So it means more to the rivalry. They have more Mississippi guys. But just to tell you how big of a nerd I am, my freshman year at Ole Miss was 1993, and that's the year. The year before is the first year it moved from Jackson, Mississippi to on campus, kind of like Alabama and Auburn or whatever. It moved on campus to Oxford Starkville.
So no neutral
and
site.
I've only missed 2 Egg Bowls in person, Oxford or Starkville, since 1993. So I have seen some pretty wicked stuff. So
are you going there? Are you going to be at this game?
I am leaving.
Cool.
Yep. I have a daughter. Okay, we have a weird family. My wife went to State. I went to Ole Miss. My daughter's a junior at Mississippi State. My son is a senior in high school. He's going to Ole Miss. So we're all kind of screwed up at my house. We don't even know which
house divided.
We don't know which way to go, and it's tough writing that check to Mississippi State. But anyway, I'm proud of my daughter. But and anyway, we're all nothing but love. But anyway, guys, I don't know what to expect. It's going to depend on what's going on in the locker room. I mean, because Kiffin at this same point last year, he was out on, when he was out on, Twitter doing the CFP going, this is why we should get in. This is why, he was going to bat for his school. He was going,
right.
he was doing all that. So here he is right now, like just being silent, like, not saying, well, why the hell's Oregon and Texas Tech? Why did they move ahead of us in these last 2 weeks and we didn't lose? So it's weird that he's just gone dormant and I just don't know what. But
especially when he was so outspoken before, and he's usually outspoken about everything.
But what I think is if I think our guys, they know, this is the biggest game in Ole Miss since my parents were kids. So I think our players, I just don't think they're going to go out there and just say, well, shit, I just don't know if my coach is into. I think the players themselves are going to, they know what they're playing for. And now Mississippi State's got a little bit because they're playing their rival, and they got a chance to go to a bowl if they win. So they want to to wreck our season, but I think our guys know what's at stake, and I just feel like they're gonna play. And you could see a close one, guys. But all of y'all picked Ole Miss. I don't know. I wish I could, but I don't know.
Well, also, Mr. Derek,
yes, sir.
y'all got to be Auburn fans as well if you want to make it to the SEC championship game. So you got to root for them as well.
Yep. Well,
we're all Auburn fans.
Good call out.
Saturday.
Good call out, but you don't know if you want to be in that game. It's crazy because people make fun of Ole Miss. They're like, well, because even Mississippi State, they went in 1997, 99, 97 or 99. They played Tennessee. I went with a friend of mine to the SEC championship game. We've never been. And so, they're like, well, you can't claim you're even a decent program. You've never been to the SEC championship game. So I would like to strike that off the list and say that we went, because 1992 is when they went to the East and West,
right?
And we've never been. We went through the fourth in 2004, Eli Manning and LSU. And our Lou Groza Award winner missed 3 field goals all year. 2 of them were in that game. I was there. that was, we picked the wrong year that year to go 7-1 in the conference because LSU went 7-1. Sometimes 5-3 or 6-2 would get you to the SEC championship game, but not that year. And then 2015, 14, when I may tear up, but when Arkansas, the 4th and 25, the Hunter Henry or whoever the hell threw it over his head, and that was a miracle. That would have won us the SEC West that year. So, I don't want to say we're cursed, but
I want to say this. I don't like how the SEC, we've gone away from East and West. I still think I would like to see that still in our conference. That way you have an East championship and a West champion, and you play for the SEC championship. Because, and Derek, you didn't hear me say this. I've told my cousins this earlier, that I think the SEC championship to me is just as good, if not better, than the national championship, because the teams that you play in the SEC are better for the most part than you're going to play in the national championship.
A lot of times, yes. This year, I don't know. I just don't know if anybody can beat Ohio State. I don't know if anybody can score on that defense. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Georgia did.
Well, that was a few years ago.
Yeah, this year's.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You never know.
LSU did in the Superdome years ago. That was a long time ago. Jim Tressel was the coach.
I like this. Let me get my beer.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
There you go. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's important.
Go get your beer.
Get
buddy.
comfortable.
What, you got some cinnamon rolls for us?
Yeah, my wife sent y'all some cinnamon rolls for Thanksgiving.
Well, thank you. Tell her I said thank you.
Send them out to all the guys.
All right, guys.
So we all think that's a clean sweep on Ole Miss. I'm kind of like Derek there. I was like, is this week going to be too much of a distraction? But maybe he's right. The players are going to be like, oh, no, we want to win the Egg Bowl. We hate those guys. So
you got to.
Hopefully that's the case. And
if they want any chance of making the SEC championship, they've got to win. And some people say if they want a chance to be an at-large bid in the playoffs, they got to win too. If they lose that game, that's just going to give them an excuse to drop them below the 12 spot or whatever, to where they won't be an at-large team then.
Be one of the first ones out.
All right.
Yeah.
So then
Ohio State, Michigan. Come on, boys. This is
the game this year. Yep. Ohio State's favored by 9.5 going to the big house.
Going to the big house.
7.5.
I think Michigan's going to upset them. I think not only they're going to win it by the points, but they're going to upset them outright. And
you're saying 5 in a row?
What's that?
That'll be 5 in a row for them.
5 in a row for Michigan.
Oh, for Michigan to be 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't realize that. Okay.
I thought maybe 5. That's strong.
That's strong.
And this would be 5 if they win tomorrow.
All right, so Micah, you're the lone man taking Ohio State, so plead your case, big guy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna piggyback what Derek said just a couple of minutes ago.
Dang, Double D. Double D just stepped in. You giving him credit already? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Look, Ohio State's defense is historic. I mean, you can count on one hand the number of teams that have gone a whole season and held teams under 10 points a game.
2014 Bama,
maybe 2019 LSU,
2019
baby, the best college team and
the best offense
history.
The best offense in history.
No, college
defense
team.
was
no,
the best college team overall.
Buddy.
Yeah, we're talking about defense. 2021 Georgia. You have 2011 Bama.
You 2022 Georgia.
You have 2022 Georgia was under 10 points a game as well, but they don't consider them one of the best ever. Then you've got to go to this year's Ohio State team, they're like averaging 8 points a game given up. And then you've got a couple further back when, defense was a premium. So
before your time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, before my time.
97 Nebraska. Anyway, there's some weird stuff if you go way back.
They're up there.
So you're basing it totally on Ohio State's defense, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think Michigan's gonna have enough. I mean, Underwood's great, but he's a freshman,
Yeah.
true freshman. And I think Ohio State's just going to be able to overwhelm them this year, unlike last year where they kind of overthought the room and tried to out physical Michigan and out not play their style. If Ohio State plays their style, they win this game.
Yeah, Underwood's gotten to be the number one recruit in the entire country. I don't want to say he's been a letdown. He's plays in a tough conference, and that's tough to be a freshman to step in there because it didn't LSU and them getting a $2 million back and forth. But anyway, I think he's underperformed, but I guess he has gotten better. I don't know if I haven't watched a lot of games. Didn't know what you guys thought about Underwood. If he's, he think he's turning the corner, or because they haven't won pretty.
He's a true freshman.
They've won ugly.
And I think that's the key for Michigan is they're just gonna ugly the game up and slow it down as much as possible. Try to hold the ball as long as possible, and keep it as low. Yeah, keep it as low scoring as possible. And if they can be anywhere close to that, they'll keep it within 10 points. That's the reason why I just wanted the points in the game.
Well, Bryce Underwood, and I want to just piggyback off what Double D said, was that he came in this year is just with some high expectations, in my opinion.
Very.
Because of the money that he's being paid to play college football, which is, again, we talked about that earlier before Double D stepped in. I think it's very stupid, if you ask me.
It's a lot of money.
High school football to a year later
to
playing
Michigan,
that's a lot. That's a lot to ask.
Here's the thing: he's thrown for over 2,000 yards, 2,166 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. So,
yeah, he's not lighting it up.
No, he's not lighting it up. But
it is a step in the right direction, though. I will give him that because they have marched their way up.
Correct.
And they're 15 right now, so they've marched their way up.
Right, they were out of the equation, just a month ago, but now they've worked their way back, and with some help, they can squeak in.
And here's the thing: this is their biggest game of the year, really. I mean, if you take away Oklahoma 100%. That they lost to. This is their biggest game of the year. So
once again, they make their season because there's a talk that if they do upset Ohio State, they will jump into the college football playoff.
Which I don't think is right. I don't think that should.
You have the best win on the resume of anybody if you do it.
Yeah. You gotta.
But they haven't played
Ohio
anybody.
State team that's. Probably,
I agree with that, but still, if you got
who were there two
losses? Ohio State,
you can't just look at wins. You look at loss to. Oklahoma,
USC.
They lost to USC. That's what's going to hurt them.
USC
I'm just saying that's what some people are saying. If they win this game, they could vault into the top 12.
We could sit here and talk to her blue in the face when you start comparing resumes. Because, you're like Oregon. You're like, hey, they at home they got just bitch slapped by Indiana, and they did beat USC, but I don't know how good that is. But outside of that, I don't know what you can hang your hat on.
It's kind of mediocre.
But anyway, in Texas Tech, hey, I wouldn't want to be in that committee. I get it. That's tough. That's tough sledding to be sitting there and having
that's a tough job.
But then the people that come out and you ask the questions to, I'm not sure if they really know how to give.
It's not a hard job. They just let the computer do their job for them. It's not hard.
Yeah, we should go back to how long was that? Like 15 years ago, when Sagarin or whatever when the computer nerds figured out who played in the final 2 games. What was it called?
BCS.
The BCS.
They're pretty much using the same algorithm, the same model from the BCS. They just tweaked it just a little bit. And if you go back, the BCS model is still active. You can actually Google search it and run it right now. It's almost exactly the same as the CFP rankings, except they obviously have the judgment to flip teams whichever way they want to.
Right.
But if they would just come out, and I've said this on our previous podcast, if they would just come out and say, hey, we're really just following the computer model this season. We're not, because like it's almost like they don't have good answers. So if they just said, hey, we're just going by eye test and what the computer's telling us, then that would be a better answer than what they've been given for all this nonsense about, oh, well, they're not even being compared, these two teams. They're not in the same pod. Whatever. They played on the field. So you got to compare.
Because back then, there was a formula in there for margin of victory.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. They took that out. And again, hey, I mean, you know, there's no reason for somebody to try to, you know, we got to put up 72-0 against Charleston Tech. But anyway, so I took that out. But anyway, I don't know. There's a lot, and they seem to, you know, that they'll be like, well, head to head doesn't matter. But then when you talk about two other teams, they'll say, well, head to head matters here, but it didn't matter over here.
At the end of the day, we don't have a choice in it, so it doesn't matter what we think. But anyway,
I kind of wish we did. I think it'd be a cool job. I'd like it.
I like to get.
I would like it.
Pick football games. I like it. Yeah, I guarantee that for free.
So Hunter Yurachek is half of the fan base in Arkansas wants this tool shed gone.
Mm-hmm.
But yet somehow he weaseled his way in to be the head of the CFP committee.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes a joke about 6'7", like my 3-year-old kids. I'm like,
and it was a really bad one at that.
That's terrible, dude. What's wrong with you, man?
Your kid is 10.
Okay, 10.
Just want to make sure you know that.
But anyway, I'm like, where's this guy? They might as well put Michael and I on the committee than that doucher. Anyway.
They could. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Vandy, Tennessee, gentlemen.
Yeah. I think this is going to be
and listen,
maybe
I'm gonna time him to 3 minutes if he's talking next time. Okay.
I've had a few beverages and I will talk. Yeah, y'all cut me down 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
It's all good.
Each segment.
Yeah. I think this Tennessee Vandy game might be the game of the weekend.
I would agree.
I think so too.
I would agree.
We're all on Vandy because and that's just crazy that I'm even saying that, because the Vandy that I grew up watching my whole life, Vandy's just been the butt of every joke.
Butthole.
So they've been bad, but this is just testament to like their season, the season that they're having. I really do think they go in to Rocky Top and come out victorious. I really do.
I agree.
We were talking about earlier who's the darling of this season.
Diego.
If Vandy pulls out this win, it's Vandy. I mean, that's a hell of a story that they've got going this season. If they pull out this win and they end up somehow making it into the college football playoff,
it's pretty amazing.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see where the dust settles after that. But if they end up making it, I mean, who would have thunk it? That's all I gotta say. Who would have thunk it? That,
I agree, Papa D. I think my thing is this: who needs each other more? When I look at things like this, does Vandy need Diego Pavia more, or does Diego Pavia need Vandy more? And I think it's Vandy needs Diego Pavia more.
You nailed it.
And you take him off that team,
you nailed it. And
that team would not be where they're at right now. 2 years, last 2 years, he has dominated in this league.
Yeah.
And it reminds me, it's kind of Johnny.
Well, he's their leading passer, but he's also their leading rusher.
He's unbelievable. Again, that's what I just said. It reminds me of Johnny Manziel-esque. He just takes over games and he dominates. He's a leader. It reminds me of Baker Mayfield, a little bit.
Winner.
Yeah, he's a winner. He's a winner. He's a winner.
Winner. Some people are just winners.
He don't have the size.
His stats do not go with
kind of like Gunnar Stockton.
Oh God,
Gunnar.
Hey.
Let's be honest. It's just kind of like
they're having almost identical seasons if you look at their numbers.
Oh, geez. Yep. Here we go. So you're telling me if you put Diego on Georgia, they still be winning again?
Diego. They still would be winning.
Gunnar
Good point.
On Vandy,
excellent point, Tiger Mike.
But if you
Yeah.
put Gunner on Vandy, what would they be doing? I don't think
Same
they'd be
thing.
doing the
They'd
same.
be
Winning.
doing the same
don't.
thing.
I just
can't-
don't.
I
They'd
can't,
be
They'd be
doing
winning.
the same
I
thing.
can't
don't.
say for sure no there, but
Diego's
anyway,
proved it the last
but
2 years.
the guy.
So-
Some guys just know how to step up in big situations.
What's
and,
the saying? Big time players.
Yeah, and I was like that when I was
Step
in
up.
when I was in third
Big time
grade.
games, big time- what is
yeah,
it?
third grade, I was awesome. And then some people grew and I didn't. Man,
Weren't we all? We were all
public-
great.
7A public school in Mississippi, kind of rough when you're a small white kid. But
Oh
anyway,
my God.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would agree, Dogfather, that this is probably the game of the week in my opinion. This could be a good game. This is a big time rivalry going into Nashville. Tennessee is
Knoxville.
gonna. What's that?
They're playing in Knoxville.
Oh shoot, my bad. So
Knoxville, not Nashville.
that's why I'm going Tennessee, guys. I did this, but
Hey,
anyway.
I've been in that stadium. That's when they start singing Rocky Top, man. That's just unbelievable,
It just makes you want to puke.
dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's so
it
cringeworthy.
makes you a Tennessee fan. Not only that, but
Yeah.
one of their
Not
best
me.
players was from New Orleans,
Did-
and he did play there. And although he didn't win a championship, but he did win.
Is
a lot of
Rocky
games.
Top more annoying than Hottie Toddy? Like, when you get
1,000%.
Okay, I agree because Hottie Toddy I know is annoying as hell to other.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
I
it
can't
comes up-
stand Rocky Top.
Can't be
every-
worse than the cowbells.
Rocky
Every-
Top makes me want to
Yeah,
do a lot of just awful things.
yeah,
to-
bad things like
Yeah.
punch somebody in the
Rocky
face or
Top,
something.
You'll always be.
Yeah, but just sit there and think about the story of Vandy.
Come on, boys, sing it with me.
No,
Good
no,
old
That we all think
Woo!
that Vandy
no.
is
okay.
going to go into Knoxville
Uh,
and come out with a win.
Mom, if you want to go make those,
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I
That's
mean,
I think so.
But you
And
said
you got
you've been in
you
Knoxville.
got a clean
I have.
sweep.
Okay, guys,
So-
raise your hand. I need to take a vote here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So I've been to every SEC stadium, except Texas A&M and
We just talked about
and
that.
Missouri. Oh, you did.
And
Okay,
we- well,
Missouri
we
joined the
talked about-
conference a little late, but
we
anyway,
talked
I've
about wanting to go to that
every,
game, wanting
every
to
other-
be in that stadium.
been to every other one, and so and I have my, I think Georgia, I think Sanford Stadium, it's great.
I've been to
Um,
LSU. I've been to Ole Miss.
I
I've been
mean,
to
LSU. That it
Tennessee.
smells like sewage in there. But anyway,
Yep.
no, I'm just.
Oh, that's pretty much the whole state, isn't it?
It smells like
All right,
sewage.
listen. Look,
But anyway,
I gotta go.
I've got a story on. all
yeah, I
of
gotta
them.
go. Okay. All right, LSU,
Bye.
Oklahoma. Let's
Bye.
talk about this train wreck.
Yeah, come on, Tiger.
Yeah.
You gotta have
let's,
some.
let's hear it, Tiger.
Even Tiger Mike's Boomer
Frank
Boomer
Wilson
Boomer
wants that
Sooner
job.
today.
And he's going to play hard.
I'm sorry, my daughter just got here from Slidell, Louisiana. So her and her husband. So I gotta rock and roll. I think Oklahoma's going to win. They're going to dominate, and they're going to, especially if the backup quarter Van Buren is going to play, and he's bless his heart because he has not had a lot of practice with his team. He has not had a lot of anything. And again, it goes back to Bryce Underwood was going to be the next guy up after Nussmeier, and he left for $15 million to Michigan. I don't blame him. I would have done the same damn thing. So, LSU was really left holding. I hate to say this, they're nuts when it came to that because they didn't have anybody coming after that. So I think
They got 5 stars
they
at
did.
every position.
they
Be
did
quiet.
not.
Be quiet.
They did not.
Whose fault is that though?
It's recruiting.
Right.
But let me just
Brian
say this,
Brian Kelly. Mhm.
and let me say this.
Ole Miss
Kelly.
Let me
give their-
say this. Historically, LSU has never had a good quarterback when it comes to recruiting. The last couple of years, the last 5 years, they've had Joe Burrow
But they're high.
transfer,
Well,
Jane Daniels
he was
transfer,
4-star.
transfer.
Right.
But before that, the last one, my brother and I were talking about the other day. Some of the best quarterbacks I think that came out of LSU
Matt Malk was a 3-star.
was Matt Malk.
I think,
Okay.
and he's in dental school or whatever. And he's or whatever.
But before him was Rohan Davey. And there's not many other quarterbacks that LSU has really had.
You had your boy Jamarcus Russell with the purple drizzank, the scissor. And the
Jamarcus
that
Russell was good, but
guy
I do not.
he was a waste of space. But anyway,
Goodness.
he could get on his knees and throw it 80 yards, though. Hey, I don't know what that gets you far. But anyway,
Not,
It got him in and out of the NFL real quick.
Yeah. In and out. Exactly.
whatever. Y'all have 5 stars every year. Don't say that you have not.
Yeah, we don't need
At
the
quarterback. No, not really. But
Right.
Oklahoma's going to win this game. They're going to dominate, and LSU is going to look really bad. And it doesn't look good for the school, in my opinion. So,
I second that.
Okay. And
Yeah,
good.
I mean, that's coming from the
Lane Kiffin
LSU
should look at that and say, that's a shit show.
Yeah.
I changed my mind.
I think Lane should stay. I think he should stay where he's at.
I do too.
He should wait to make his decision until after this game.
Well, it's not his choice. He's being pushed to make this decision.
If we guys, this wasn't talked about earlier. Well, since I've been here, but if we lose the game, I mean, like a week or two ago, they said if Ole Miss, a 2-loss Ole Miss team, they're in, but not now. I feel like if Ole Miss loses to Mississippi State, there is only about a 10% chance we may need some help to get in because Vanderbilt would have they're a 2-loss team. They have something working with them. They're, Miami, Notre Dame. I just think that we're going to be on the outside looking in. But anyway, but I just think Kiffin, if you win,
but I don't think y'all are going to lose
because of the coaching. Is that correct?
I don't think y'all are going to lose though.
Yeah,
I don't think you got to worry about that.
Yeah,
I think y'all are going to be 11-1.
If Ole Miss wins,
and we all know what the 1 was, right?
Georgia.
There.
And Ole Miss should have won that game. Ole Miss should have won that game.
One play.
Oh my Lord!
Now 4th and 2.
Oh my gosh!
1 minute to go in the third quarter. Ole Miss up 8 or 9, whatever. They go for on 4th and 2. 3 guys hit the guy in the backfield, and testament to the Georgia guy. I'm not, but we stopped them there. I don't know if y'all remember the play I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. We could go down and punch. We're on our side of the field. We go punch it in, and we're up 17-18, and this game could possibly be over. But what did Georgia do? They did what they always do. Good teams find a way to win. The guy fell forward, got the first down. 4 plays later, they scored. So anyway, great game. Hey, I thought Ole Miss played well.
Did you come to that game, by the way?
I did not. I've only been to Athens twice, and but anyway, I was not there. But anyway,
Michael was at that game this year.
We could have
I was there.
And our defense feels like we've gotten better, but man, that game, Bobo had a plan, and his plan worked. I mean, for us to even have a chance, you never punted. But
we never did.
We
punted. The only reason we won that game is because we got 2 stops at the end of the game, basically.
That's right. Our 4th quarter, didn't.
We finally made you guys punt.
Hey, good teams do that.
Downs
good teams do that. So I'm not sitting here, saying that we didn't deserve. Anyway, Georgia won the game. They did what they needed to do.
Why do we keep going back to Georgia? I mean, this is
it is the Georgia podcast.
I love Georgia, except when somebody goes in my ear. I'm like, who the hell does that?
Georgia fans.
I know.
Yeah.
Say hello.
All right. So last game on the slate, Alabama-Auburn. Alabama favored by 5.5, going to Tiger Stadium.
First night.
I was blown away by last week. Oklahoma goes in and dominates, kind of.
No. You missed that Alabama had 420 yards total offense. Oklahoma had 205.
It was the turnovers.
Alabama dominated the game. They just
they just turned the ball over.
I'm right. Yeah, they had a pick 6. Anyway.
Yeah. So who wins? Alabama.
So anyway, again, Oklahoma won the game. Hey, it's what's on the scoreboard at the end of the game, and Oklahoma won the game. But still, if you look at that box score, that was pretty laughable. It was like 420 to 205, or I don't know. If you pull it up,
but I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
should have
So,
gone
yeah.
differently.
It was all about
but-
the turnovers. In
but
that
you
game.
can't
Turnovers
give them the other.
totally.
And I didn't get to watch. I didn't really get to watch that game because I guess Ole Miss was playing
around the same time.
So, but anyway, hey, Oklahoma won the game and they get credit for it. So, they
That's
don't count
right.
total yards in the equation.
All right, Matthew. So you picked Auburn.
Yeah, you're the lone one picking Auburn here. So, what say you?
It's rivalry week. It's the land of the upsets. So I got my
Yeah.
I got the Tigers, the baby Tigers.
They say it's
Um,
cursed.
And Jordan Hare. There's some freaky stuff that happens in Jordan
Exactly.
Hare. So I don't think Alabama has what it takes to freakivize this place. So
Okay.
I agree.
That's a good word.
Nice.
it,
I like that word.
I agree.
Defreakivize.
I think Auburn pulls it out.
So
You think they're going to win?
I would
If-
think so. Those aren't even shorts.
If
You
so,
think they're
if
gonna
Auburn, if Auburn
Yes.
wins, if you're right, Matthew, and Auburn wins, Alabama goes 9-3 for the second straight year. They would miss the SEC championship, miss the playoff, and then they're going to really be calling for DeBoer's head over there. Like,
Yeah, because that's not
what's
good
going to
enough for
happen.
Alabama.
And that's what's going to happen because Auburn has nothing to lose. This is like for Mississippi State, they have a chance to go to a bowl game because they're 5-6,
Correct.
and they have nothing to lose. So why not ruin Alabama's chances?
Wait. You said Mississippi State. Is Auburn at 5 wins?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, so they're-
Auburn and Mississippi State
Right.
are
Right.
both
Even
5
Mississippi
and
State was.
6.
I wasn't sure Auburn. Okay. Yeah. Well, then they're all in. They got rid of.
So
Hugh
they
Freeze,
got nothing to
The
lose.
preacher from Mississippi. They got rid of him. That was a
Exactly.
whatever.
So that's why I chose Auburn because it's weird in Jordan Hare, and
Yeah, I
something freaky always happens. There's always one play or two that just go Auburn's way, and
Hey.
it just gives them the momentum to win that game.
Yeah.
So I can't
God dang
count
it.
them.
Daddy Ice. You know what? I might change. I wish I could change my pick now because
Well-
you picked the damn good pick early this year over Florida, and I think you know what you're talking about. You know?
I'm a little surprised at the line. I thought it maybe would have been 7.5.
Yeah, I thought it would have been a little more too.
But hey, those guys in Vegas, hey man, they make money for a reason.
Yeah.
It's amazing what
Because they
They
cheat.
make money to be wrong.
Well, and now we're finding out half these games are fixed, but
Thank you for mentioning that because we were talking about that earlier this week
it's crazy.
off the air. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
we were.
Yeah, I bet on Ole Miss last night against Iowa in basketball because I'm a loser. And yes, Iowa was favored by 4.5. And what happened? Iowa won by 5. Ole Miss.
Nice.
I mean, I'm like, I've stayed up till midnight because I'm a complete loser. But anyway,
Hey.
golly,
No, you're
That's
just
Roman's
you're just supportive.
yeah. Anyway, well, this was fun,
But-
guys. For me, thank you, man. Y'all guys, yeah,
Yeah, thank you for joining.
I'm gonna take over his spot
Yeah.
because he don't know shit. He was trying to say that Alabama dominated Oklahoma last week, and I'm like, whatever. Dude.
no, I did not say Oklahoma dominated Alabama,
I mean,
but I was wrong.
correct. I'm sorry. I'm a little backwards, and you were backwards.
Well,
but
because
anyway,
when I watched the game, I guess because I didn't catch the whole game, and when I caught into the game, I was watching Oklahoma dominate. They were just things were going Oklahoma's way at that time.
you were in there
Yeah.
listening to Michael Bolton, Sandy Patty on music, and you weren't even watching.
What's wrong with
games
Michael
that
Bolton?
one. Nothing. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
You gotta watch games, buddy.
Yeah. That's what we've been trying to help bring Mike along. We're like, hey man, if we're gonna come on here and have takes on games, we gotta watch some of these games or at least watch some highlights and do some research. And
I've got more kids than all three of y'all combined. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I've got one.
Yeah, he's got one, and then Freaking Papa D's got 3, so that's 4, and you still got 5. Yeah,
if you count. Never mind.
Not everybody can have a basketball team.
In the committee, those people in the committee, I don't think those people watch freaking games.
They're not
probably
watching.
I mean, it's kind of Lisa Rice. Is she still on the freaking committee? I'm like, what the hell did you do to get on that committee? But anyway, yeah,
She
I'm
was
like,
on it last year.
okay.
Equality.
Yeah, DEI hire.
Yeah, that's exactly what that
we
was.
We can't have any of that.
I just said we said earlier. You can't have politics.
Yeah, this on
a sports.
Let's go, Brandon.
This is a positive, whatever podcast. We can't talk about DEI.
Oklahoma did dominate the first quarter. They were 10-0. Then it was 17.
They dominated
14 going into half.
Quit trying to make your argument look right because
it did look right. I mean,
go to total yards.
Okay,
Packer.
total yards. All right.
406 212. Okay. So
plays.
Yeah, Alabama won the
don't
box.
Look at plays. Don't look at anything. Look at total yards. Ass beat down.
Does yards win games? No, yards do not win games. Let's make sure that we make that clear right now.
Can somebody please help this kid?
Look at the turnover column.
Right.
And how many points off?
And I am not an Alabama apologist. Shit. I mean, no.
Yeah, it doesn't benefit anybody on this show to be an Alabama apologist.
We
all hate
tomorrow we're all Auburn fans. You realize that, right?
Friday.
Now, Ole Miss. Okay, so can this happen, guys?
So
Texas beats Texas A&M.
Let's go back to this. Turnover.
Ole Miss can make it.
They can.
Alabama had 3. That means Oklahoma did dominate. They dominated on the turnovers, and they dominated. So when you have turnovers, to me, it's a domination. When your defense takes the ball away, it's a domination.
Right, so I was right and you were wrong. You basically just
you were never right.
But anyway, yeah.
So why you have your arm on me, man? Don't put your arm around me like that.
I don't like
it's a bromance. Accept the bromance, dude. Accept the bromance.
Don't put it on my leg, okay? I'm just gonna.
All right. Well, let's go to the strip club. Let's go.
These guys are gonna have a good night tonight. I can tell.
No, we're not.
Y'all are just getting started.
I'm in the sack, guys. See y'all, man.
Hey, if you're wearing that shirt, you gotta take it off before you climb in the sack. Just saying.
This is actually just a powder blue. Oh wait, your shirt?
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Please, can we stop this?
I'm sorry, I came in and probably took y'all overtime because my Adderall kicked in and I just kept talking. But anyway.
No, we appreciate having you on, man. You're welcome anytime.
Oh my gosh.
Thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
Yep.
Whether it's now or in the future, we really appreciate that. If y'all would, those of you out there, thank you for comments. Give us a like, share with 5 of your friends, give us a follow. And we will be back on here as normal on Sunday evening to recap the weekend's games and give our rankings going in next week. So,
and I'll try to get Double D back with me, so we'll get them back on.
Hotty toddy, baby.
Right.
Let's go.
That's hook 'em horns, isn't it?
Screw them.
And as always, as we say on this show, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
There we go.
Go Tigers.
that was okay.
Say it. Get in there. Tell them.
I said hotty toddy. I'm not doing the whole thing because I know that's annoying as hell.
No, say it. Say the saying. Say it.
I'm not doing that.
No, they don't. They never heard it. Say it.
Shut up. They've heard it.
No, they haven't.
If you've been in an Ole Miss game, you've
heard
it.
They haven't heard it.
Be quiet.
End it before it happens. End it before it happens.
Do it. Say it.
You're kidding, right? They don't want to.
No, they want to hear it. Say it.
Hell yes.
Damn right.
Hi, Toddy. Gosh mighty. Who the hell are we? Hey, flim flam, bam bam, Ole Miss by them. Anyway,
there you go.
Banged it out, but I missed a few syllables in there because
Go Tigers.
I've had a few,
and that shit was stupid.
But anyway, I know.
See y'all Sunday night. Appreciate it.
No.
All right,